What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another mock draft here in a series of mock drafts, 4-round mock drafts for every team in the NFL in the order in which they make their first selection of the 2023 NFL draft. So, as we sit here today, the Washington Commanders would have the 16th pick. That's where we are at in the exercise, having 4 selections in the first 4 rounds. The Commanders need a lot, especially on the defensive side of the football, to replenish that defense, in my opinion. Kind of an underrated defense, as you know, over the last 5 years or so. But you look at what they've lost recently. I think they still need some pieces to replenish that defense. And then I look at the offensive line. Are they ready for a new quarterback, though? I think that's been a big discussion. It actually, on Pro Football Network, which I've been doing all these on, doesn't list quarterback amongst the team's top 5 needs. Sam Howell, 5th-round pick last season. Is he getting that strong of a vote of confidence from this team that quarterback's not even really in play here for them? Currently having the 16th overall selection, they probably can't sit and wait unless, they're going to be the team to take Hendon Hooker in the first round. But, could they move up? Arizona, team actively looking to get out of number 3. There's probably some other spots along the way, some sweet spots. Maybe, the Bears trade back a second time. I don't know that they want to move all the way to 16, but we don't know. Anyways, as we sit here today with 4 selections and in an exercise where we're not going to be moving up or down and just sticking and picking at each spot, that doesn't really matter. Just wanted to have some conversation about Washington as we get rolling here, because I don't talk about the Commanders a lot. So yeah, 4 picks, 4 rounds. Let's dive into it. Richardson at 1. That could shake this up a bit. And it's Bryce Young that falls out of the 4. Wow. I mean, if I was running Washington, I know I am here. With the I'm probably once I see Bryce fall out of the top 2, get to 3 with Arizona. I don't know how a team doesn't do that. And then you see him continue to fall. Indianapolis opts to take Levis instead, and then you have another pick that isn't Bryce and Will Anderson. I mean, Christian Gonzalez, I love the player, but at 3, I don't know. All right. Anyways, Washington at 16. I'm probably looking. There's 2 guys that I have in my short list here, and that's Broderick Jones and that's Joey Porter Jr. I'll be honest, though. Could they sneakily be the team to take Bijan? I mean, they have so many other needs, but clearly Antonio Gibson is not, a fan favorite of Ron Rivera's with the fumbling issues. We've seen him bench. We've seen him in and out of the lineup. And Brian Robinson, obviously great story. I love him. I think it's awesome that, he's come back and played as well as he has after being shot. And that was a really scary situation. But I don't know that he's like an every down back, and he's not somebody that would prevent me from taking, this type of talent. But yeah, I really am only thinking about Broderick and Joey Porter Jr. here myself. I think Deontay Banks would be a really cool story just because of, how close he is to that area. When do we pick again? We pick at 47. I doubt that those guys would be there. I think I'm going to opt to take Broderick here because I have in mind that a better corner is going to be at our next spot than a tackle. And I don't love doing that. I don't love picking for like just out of need all the time, or like trying to think down the board what I can get at the next spot. Why are the Steelers taking receivers in all these? In my last one, they took Jordan Addison. I don't get it. And Robinson goes at 19. Was Jacobs part of that deal? Oh, wait, no, they moved back from 7. That's right. And they got is Tampa trading Mike Evans? Because they are in all these mock drafts now. But yeah, I kind of went against what my normal philosophy is through these with doing that. Like, just take the better player. But Broderick is so close with Joey Porter Jr., like, overall for me. So it's more the difference maker than anything else. Um, this is interesting. I think they could use some help along the D line. Deron Payne is back. Montez Sweat hasn't been the player, you would hoped, or for that case, I mean, Chase Young, obviously the injury sucks, but he hasn't been what you would hope for either. I like the corner. I mean, they're going to consider these reaches, but like in this spot, I'd have no issue with a Forbes is undersized. I'm not sure that they would like him, but the ball skills are off the charts. You can't teach his ball skills. You can ask him to put on weight. You can't teach ball skills that he has. Tyreek Stevenson's a really solid player. He doesn't have like that calling card trait, that one thing that separates him. He's just overall rock solid. And I love me some Julius Brents. This would be a great spot for him, in my opinion. You pair him across from St. Just. It's kind of the direction I'm leaning. Yeah, we're going to take Julius Brents in this spot here at 47 for Washington. The board's going to tell us that's a reach. The comments might tell us that's a reach because they're looking only at the board. But if you've watched Julius Brents, I mean, he's a riser in this class. I think he's going to go earlier on day 2. I think he could go earlier than where I just took him. He just the size, 6. They have him a little on a shade under 6'3", 198. Just recently watched his game versus Alabama. He's he's everything that you want in a physical press man corner. He helps out in the run game too. He's willing to mix it up. And just the way that he plays, the competitive nature in which he plays the game of football is off the charts. So I guess in this, because of not moving, we kind of are doing what there's some speculation Washington will do, and they're going to give this year to Sam Howell. Could we take Hendon Hooker right here? Sure. I'm not going to, but they could. That could be, their guy to take as I say developmental, but like he's 25 years old already. I mean, obviously, like there's going to be a transition period there as he gets himself acclimated to the NFL and learns how to read NFL defenses. But he better learn pretty quickly if he's going to play. Also, the injury that he suffered last year, don't know that he'd be ready to go, day 1 anyway. Um, all right. So far we got offensive tackle and corner. I think based off the team needs, they don't actually like those picks. Corner was top. Linebacker, edge, offensive guard, defensive tackle. Hmm. I mean, I keep doing this as I go through these mock drafts, like around this spot, like in the 3rd round for teams. But I love Sam Laporta, and I think Washington could use a tight end. Like, so I'm interested in him. Demarvion Overshone, he's like an athlete that didn't test like an athlete. His testing is going to knock him down, in my opinion. Probably going a little too far down here at this point. We're going to take Zach Harrison. I think he's going to go higher than where they have him listed at. I really do. I really think that he's. Listen, Ian Cummings, who I'm a big fan of his work. He actually Pro Football Network has had him sneaking in round 1 in a recent mock draft that he did. I can't get on board with that, but I think he's going to go some point on day 2, regardless of where where they have him ranked here. I think it makes a ton of sense. Um, I Is there a little bit of a redundancy with Davis to take Servassier Dennis? I mean, you lost Cole Holcomb. Yeah, I'm between Zach Kuntz. They could go running back. I talked about it in the first round. Why Bijan would be in play. Is this our last? This is our last pick of this, though, right? Yeah. So we're gonna go out with a little bit of a bang. We're gonna take Savassier Dennis. Tested unbelievable at Pitt's Pro Day. He would have been his athletic numbers would have been as good as anybody, and better than a lot of people, better than a lot of linebackers at the combine. Should he have tested that like that at the combine? He didn't test at the combine. So, but yeah, he would have been at the top of the athletic testing among linebackers with the numbers he put up at Pitt's Pro Day if he did it at the NFL Combine. So here we go. 4 rounds for the Washington Commanders. Broderick Jones, Julius Brents, Zach Harrison, Servassier Dennis. This is, a lot of I'm kind of weighing this. Like it's a combination of what would I do and also trying to be predictive with it. I've seen Broderick Jones, a little bit at 16 makes some sense. Again, it doesn't list offensive tackle as one of their top needs, but like I don't know. I'm not moved by Andrew Wiley. Sorry. So Broderick Jones would definitely be in play for me there. Um, and Cornelius Lucas like is fine, but it's about all he is. So here we go. Let me know how you feel about it in the comments. If you're a Commanders fan, if you're a fan of the NFL draft, anything, I would love your opinions. We can talk through it in the comments. So let me know how you feel. If you aren't already, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. Leave me a like, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single piece of content. And yeah, like I said, leave me a comment. Let me know how you're feeling about it. Until next time, we'll talk to you. Bye bye.